Well, I'm a doggo and I sneeze, sneeze, sneeze.
Hey gamers, it's me, the streamer. Your favorite streamer. Here we go. I need to replay Spy Crabs' sub message. Give me a second. How is everyone? Is the audio right? And video? Oi, hello. Let's replay this. Check it. Human ears. Very well. Muted. Don't believe you.
Here you go.
Hey everyone. Hey, Spike Crabs, Monus, Minty, Lemons, Lich? You had Scrumpy. That's good to hear. Hey Tesseric. What are we working on? So, if you need to be updated, chat. Oh, I'm tired. Bloody hell. Sorry for the slight delay. We were watching One Punch Man. We started this again last week. It had been about 2 to 3 years, maybe 2.5, 3 years since we last worked on it. But this is WouHou, if you remember. I need to set up my game capture and my window captures and stuff so we can actually see it. What did we do again? Oh, actually, hang on. I need to remember how we ran this in the first place. /woolen.exe. Oh, it crashes. Okay, great. Hey everyone. Hey Waste, hey Negativity. So yeah, we started working on this. It'd been a while, but this was our like bullet hell project that we were working on before. Last stream, we were reading through the source code. We didn't get all the way through it, but we were just going through and reminiscing about all the stuff we'd done. And today we're going to be continuing with that. I want to read through and I want to do some refactoring, because I think if we do a little basic. Holy shit! Thanks, Tom Bowser. I think if we do a little basic refactoring, it should help us remember a little bit about more what we were doing, and get us up to speed. Because it's also been about that long since I've written C++, so I just need to remember the bloody syntax. Hey. Nice to see you, Lich. That is some good scrumpy, huh? Anyway, it's also cold in my house. I'm wearing 3 layers, so my arms are like really stiff. So I'm going to try my best. How's everyone's weekend been? I bought a new pair of trackies that should be here in a few days, so hopefully help me stay warm. We were trying to buy a hot water bottle as well, but they seem really hard to find. No shops seem to sell them, and it seems like it would be cheaper to have a hot water bottle than the heating, which is currently not on. Can you hear the music okay, by the way? We're just continuing the Touhou playlist. Your friend's gotten 4 5 stars in 20 pulls in Genshin. Yeah, that's insane. That's really lucky. What did he got? What did he roll? You get a few Yay Mikos. No, it's nice. It's nice, Lich. It's nice to see you. Anyway, what we need to try and get this to run. Oh, so I remember last stream we had this issue at the end. It was failing to load fonts. We had to build it in debug. We had to specify we wanted to use the debug build, which is what I thought this would be. Because for whatever reason, things weren't working with release. Maybe something to do with the DLLs. Didn't even get Layla. Is that the sleepy one? He got Nadia and won the 50-50 and then rolled 4 and accidentally got 2 Yay Mikos and a Mona. Did he roll like the day after? Nadia was gone the other day, right? I've nearly finished building her. I just need like a lot of OS parts that I haven't gotten, and like all the artifacts. But I've gotten her level up to 80, and all the talent books I think I need. Your camera's alright. You visited your dad and he's doing well considering everything. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. She's strong. Yeah, I can't really I can't really work out what she does. I know that you can like link enemies together with like the picture taking thing, and it does dendro damage and it links them. And there's like the ult puts like a big tent up, and I don't really know what it does, but things seem to die faster. It's like she shares elemental mastery with everyone or something. She's quite complex, yeah. I'm wondering if it's worth changing my Yoimiya to being an elemental mastery build, because apparently it can be good as pyro. Nothing to do with the programming, by the way, sorry. But apparently EM Yoimiya can be quite good, and I use her with Water Sword Boy and Raiden. The burst improves the user for ease. Okay, you wouldn't. It might be fun to just mess around with. International Rugby. Oh, how'd that go? Anyway, sorry. Oh, CMake. Here we go. So we need to put it into debug mode. I guess it defaults into release for some reason. And then we should just be able to run it here. No. That's weird. This got it working before, didn't it? Anyway, whatever. Donut will fix it, I'm sure, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we needed to build it in release. Maybe debug was the thing that didn't work. That would make sense. So if we run woolen, if we change it back to release build and then build it, and then try and run that, maybe that, no, that doesn't work. What? Did you miss the human ears? Spy crabs, what the fuck? I said thanks for the resubscription and then wiggled Swamplatic's ears for a little bit. England came from a losing position to draw the All Blacks in the last 10 minutes. Nice. I thought Wales was the good team. Or am I misremembering? Was it England Roses were actually good? I thought we were right at rugby actually. Drop and give us 20. Anyway, hey everyone. No idea why this isn't working this time then, I guess. I thought the issue was just that we were building for either debug or release and it just wasn't working. But clearly it doesn't work anyway. Huh? God, the Windows shortcuts are not nearly as nice as the Mac ones. Yeah, that's just not running. Okay, whatever. New Zealand equals good team. Oh, thank you. I see that you noticed my confusion. Alright, well, whatever. We'll leave it for now. I don't know what the issues were. It might just be some BS. Whatever. Let's get back to whatever it was we were doing. Yeah, string view wasn't working either. We were just installing random extensions, weren't we? And they just weren't working. Clanged, was it? Because we wanted to be able to refactor easily. I still want to be able to refactor easily. This would be nice to fix. Well, let's give it a go. Let's rename some like functions because this is like looking at this is confusing. I keep thinking this is a variable because it's lower like snake case or whatever. We should make this nice. What's the shortcut to refactor? Control Shift R? What? Come on, brother. Seriously. I think this is why I switched to Visual Studio instead of this VS Code. Like the inability, or at least my inability, to just rename shit. This should be like a basic function of an IDE, and I don't know why it doesn't work. It's very frustrating. Maybe it only works from the C++ file for some reason, if I redirect it from here? What do you mean, like, no, if I refactor this? You can extract a function, that's good. You can't extract a one-liner to function, and you can't rename. Jesus wept. Men's World Cup is next year. Yeah, the Red Roses were World Cup finalists this year. That's good to hear. Nice to see us winning at something. Is there just a special plugin for this? I feel like the stuff that we've got already should work, yet it doesn't seem to be working. What? Should I just use Visual Studio? I don't want to have to set everything back up again just for this stream, though. Enormous pain. Alright, let's just rename it a shitty way. The way that you have to do it in Xcode, because refactoring doesn't work in that either. And that's just... Unless I had to specifically... Move function body to declaration. More actions? There's no... I don't understand. I mean, these are all one words anyway. That's really stupid. Like, if I want to rename the class, do I seriously just have to... F2, maybe? Background... Well, this is a class. Work, please. Okay. You tried VS Code, you didn't really like it. It seems just like a stripped down hipster version of Visual Studio that works on people with bad computers, but maybe I'm missing the point. I think the idea is it's basically just like Notepad but with better plugins, right? Like it's really simple. It doesn't have like a ton of functions built in, but there's like an enormous user base and people write functions to fix or plugins to fix all the issues. And it probably works with I think it works with every language and it's all brilliant. But I don't know. It feels underpowered. And maybe I don't have the right setup, but Visual Studio works out of the box. Yeah. They lost to New Zealand by a few points. Did they come second then? Anyway. Why... Is there stuff in a comment? Why does this have a line through it? Just because it's being renamed? Yeah, that's fine. Rename the thing that I want you to rename. Great, you did it. Maybe it would just be easier to just find all. Please don't overflow. This is horrid. What is please don't overflow? Who wrote this? It was me, wasn't it? Dude, there's got to be like an auto apply for this. Like for a basic variable, I have to hit like 3 buttons to rename it. It should be like a one-click thing. Oh, I forgot to set up Git as well. Could I quickly do that now? Just make a local Git repository. Do I have Git installed in this PC? I don't know how you check if you've got Git installed. No, I might need to install that. Install. Tell me you use IntelliJ without saying that explicitly, dude. JetBrains just make better IDEs. They're just so good. They're just so much more convenient. I don't even know what to say. Installing on Windows. There's a few ways to do it. There's an official build on the Git website. I mean, this is programming, right? Git. Click here to download a Git for Windows. I guess there's no way to... I guess Windows doesn't have a package manager, does it? Right? Alright, please don't be a virus. Git for Windows. I recognize you. I recognize this icon, so if it is a virus, they've at least gotten the marketing right. I don't want scalar. I don't need you to check Git daily for Windows updates. You don't need shell. You don't need any of this. I'm not going to use Git LFS. Git bash here. Yeah, that's useful. Alright. I use Vim? No, dude, use Notepad++. I think I have that installed. Or VS Code. Use VS Code. Go on then. Let Git decide. Yeah, Git can decide everything. You can use Git from anywhere. Sure, you can use the built-in OpenSSH. Sorry, I'm installing something you can't see, chat. You're just going to have to forgive me for a few minutes. Check out Windows style. Commit Unix style line endings. Git will confirm... What? When committing text files, check out as is. ASMR. Give up all your data. Normally when you install Git, it's already installed, isn't it? Or you just do like homebrew install Git, you know? Git will not perform any conversion with text files.
Ah, it's the bus.
Dude, just do the default. I'm sure it's fine. Minty. Windows consoles programs must be launched by a WinPetite. No, just use command.exe. I'm not using this much. Git pull. Default. Git credential manager. Whatever. Caching. Sure. Symlinks. Sure. Okay, it's installing. I know you can't see this chat. I'm installing Git through a wizard, hopefully, or I'm installing a virus that's about to take all my data. All right. Git is not. How do you reload the console on Windows? Pretend you don't have any programming experience and you have all this choice. I have no idea what you do with any of this. It must be awful. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what most of those options did. I know, like... Refresh environment. Is this not... Wait, hang on. What terminal is this? Is this not command prompt? I thought this was command prompt. How would I tell if this is command prompt? I mean, this looks like command prompt, doesn't it? Why the fuck is my oh, it's probably my paste, yeah. You think it's PowerShell? Oh, it's PowerShell. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's actually better. You can apparently do. This person's writing refresh and. I don't want to reload the part. Oh, I mean, is there a way I can just do this in VS Code? Can I just kill the terminal and then restart it? Git is not. Did I not just install Git? I don't know how you check if it's installed. Maybe not. Hey Zed, sorry about this. I just figure if we're about to do a bunch of refactoring, we should at least have some sort of basic state. Apparently I did install git bash, at least. You won't be able to see this. I want this. Oh, I can just copy and paste this, that's easy. It might not be in your path, but I've installed it with like an easy wizard. Why would it not put it in my path? Wait, hang on. How do I find something in Windows? Is it find? It's probably not find, is it? No. Sorry, I have not programmed on Windows in... It's weird, you wouldn't think it would matter that much what operating system you use. But it actually does. I have no idea where any of this... There is a Windows package manager. Oh, hang on, I found git... Is it git command.exe or is it in bin? Git.exe. Hang on, I found this. Okay, that's probably not gonna work. Echo path? Scoop. Alright, fine. I'll try your method. Scoop. A command line installer for Windows. I mean, I've already got it installed. Hi, how are you? I'm okay, thank you. I'm having difficulty setting Git up on Windows, of all things. I think this is why I had to use a GUI last time, because I was just beyond me. Git bash, maybe? Like if I just, can I just CD to that location, maybe? Maybe I can just do this in an external git bash terminal. Okay, try that. Wait, what? CD. Sorry about this. I know there's literally nothing going on screen, but this is what you get, I'm afraid. Where am I? Print working directory. C users. Okay, good. CD downloads. CD project. Where? Okay, maybe I can show this. What happened to your Mac? my work Mac. I'm not gonna do personal stuff on a work Mac. That'd be weird. That's usually a bad idea. Speaking of bad ideas, I'm just going to show this command prompt on screen so you have some content. Hopefully it doesn't have anything too important on it. I think so. Alright, here you go, chat. Look, here's your content. Scoop puts everything in its own directory, sets up Sting links. Oh! Can I do it in this then? I'm here. Oh, look! Hang on. I'm in here, right? Okay. Go back in here. I think this... No, maybe it's one in. I thought one of these was a Git repository, wasn't it? At some point? Because I have this... I pulled this code from GitHub. Did I just upload it? Like, I've done stupid things in my life, but... That could be one of them. I don't see any doc... Maybe it just doesn't show Git stuff? Maybe I should just do Git init then. Just in here. Well, actually, I should go up one. Okay. Git bash is fine. Okay. Fuck. Do I need to set up a bloody... Git ignore? You normally want to ignore your build, but we've got some do I care enough? Should I set up my git ignore? There's some stuff in the build folder, isn't there? Like the DLLs. I guess it's out. I guess you... Well, you know what, for now. I'm sure it doesn't matter, right? Horrible thing to say. Okay, we'll do branch master. Alright, cool. Git commit. You should git ignore the build folder. You typically stuff anything into GitHub and do a clear upload with nor if you start to care. I'm just gonna do that for now. Just to get on with life, because I don't want to spend all evening on this. It's been half an hour already. Somehow. Git add all. Gross. Git commit. Wait, hang on, what do these messages mean? In the working directory, LF will be replaced by CRLF next time the Git touches it? Is LF not Git large files, like where it uploads stuff as a binary? To like when you store images or whatever. I've got to see 2 images of myself on my side monitor. Let's get rid of that. This is programming, that's true. LF is line feed. Okay. Linux line endings. Oh, okay. Fine. That was probably one of the many settings I didn't understand in the installer. Hey, Beaver. CRLF is Windows. That would explain why I've not seen that then. Alright, cool. Git commit -m. Initial commit... What's the date? 20th of November. Tell me who you are. Git config global user dot name Xavier. Let's try that. Okay, I'm gonna put my email into it then, although it's probably gonna print that to screen anyway. Oh no, give me a second. Why is this like this? Please tell me who you are. Git config global user dot email. Xavier should work. Yeah. It's just going on GitHub. Okay, that did work. My email is not tombowser69. Oh, hang on, I got rid of the window capture. Alright. Alright. Perfect. Git log? How do you see your... I always forget. Git log. Perfect. All right. So for those of you wondering what I've just done, chat, because I should explain myself a little bit. It'll help me think about what I'm doing. We use Git to manage this project's code base as a versioning control software. So anytime I make a change, Git will know. Okay, so if I go in this file and I type in some crap, and then I do git status, it's not working. Whatever. It's meant to notice. Maybe I need to save, because it's not live save, I guess. There you go, see? Hey, Octical. You see it, like, it's noticed this line here? So essentially it just keeps tracks of all your changes since the last commit. A commit just being a point in time where you're like, okay, all this code, this is in this commit. And every separate commit is just a linked list of changes between that. So what we've just done is set up our project with Git to track everything for us. So if right now I want to rename all these files and it breaks something, I could go back to this commit and know that everything's working. Not that I even think this build necessarily works, because there's that DLL bug, but whatever. That's it. I mean, just to keep it easy. Source Filmmaker's broken. What's wrong? CMD. Get rid of that. Hey Beaver. Your high school friends are uploading pretty pictures of Stockholm onto the cover of Snow on their stories, and it makes you wish you were there. Yeah, Chris, I've been hearing, has been talking about snow. I think Cake's getting snow. Denmark. Lich, maybe? You were getting snow? Netherlands is freezing, but we don't seem to have snow yet. How much experience do you have with coding? I have a degree, a first. And I've been working for like 2-3 years. Nearly 3. And then prior to that, I used to make a bunch of games in Game Maker when I was a kid. You also have snow here. Snow in Sweden. I mean, if it snows enough, do you think the buses will stop so I don't have to go into work? You check files. Only gives crash report in MDMP format, which can be sold by giving to the support team that doesn't exist. I guess you can't clean install, can you? But yeah, anyway, I normally work in mobile development, so I work with Kotlin and Swift and a bit of Java. Used to be a lot more Java, but I've switched to Kotlin. I normally work on Mac OS, so C++ and Windows is a fresh experience. Yeah. This is a project we were working on like nearly 3 years ago, so I'm trying to pick back up with it. It has loads of mistakes, as always, so I'm just going through it, trying to rectify that a little bit. Your snow. I mean, I'm gonna check the weather actually. Weather, Netherlands. We got a lot of rain, lot of rain. Literally every day of the next like 6 weeks is rain. Great. Boggers. All right. Anyway, yeah. Forgive me if I do something weird. Like I don't know the keyboard shortcuts on Windows. I don't know how the bloody command line works. My keyboard's missing most of the keys because it's a gaming keyboard. So apparently to get to the end of the line, I need to press function page down, which seems painful. Don't know what I just did. Whatever. Let's get on with life. I would like to somehow fix this build issue. Like I still don't really know what it was. Oh. Oh yeah, it was having issues loading the font, and we don't know if it was maybe an issue with one of the DLLs. Oh shit, that's massive. What is this? Window capture 2. Get out of here. Where did Wool go? I'm here. I guess it thought this was the game. DLL is a dynamic link library. It's a package of code that you can easily pass around, like books, you know? If you give someone a how to grow basil plants, you know, that book contains all that knowledge. You can just give it to them and they can read it, and they don't have to reuse it, they don't have to recompile it or write it themselves or anything, basically. We're using a program. We're using a library called SFML to help us handle some basic elements of this game development, because I don't want to work directly with the hardware, because I want to do something with my day. Might be fun to do some OpenGL or DirectX at some point, but not now. SFML helps us handle audio, graphics, network, system, the window. But something about them doesn't quite work. Although we did get this building last stream, and I thought it was because we ran it in either debug or release mode. I thought it was because we ran it in debug mode. And that seemed to build okay last time. And it does build okay. Like you can see it's, you know, building to debug. And if I go to, what was it? Build? I have no idea where I am. Where's the folder I'm trying to go? Build bin? You can see the screen, right? Okay. So in here, we should just be able to run like the woolen.exe, right? But it crashes and says unable to load some font, which is weird. Which is really weird. This error here in particular is actually printed by the library, and the font is like fine. So we don't know what the issue is. It's strange. And Donut and I couldn't fix it. But we don't need to actually see the program we're building, right? We just need to look at the code. You can all like play a game with your mind, right? That should be fun. Quality streamer. I'm doing the Insta reading, that's right. You didn't like the snow when you were driving home. When you drove to your dad's on Friday night, you were stoked over the mountains because it was a clear night and stopped in the middle of nowhere. Turned off the lights and there were the northern lights. At this time of year. Oh, that's really pretty. Did you take any pictures? Wasn't there something going on with debug build releases? Yeah, there was. So I've like tried building for both debug and release and individually running them. You can see it's generating the code and everything. /woolen. You can see neither of them load. They both have different errors. This one specifically says failed to load font and then the font name. Whereas the debug version just said failed to load font and then 2 bunny ears. So there's clearly a difference. And I thought one of them worked last time, which is weird. You tried to learn coding and you learned Java using an online course, and then you reached OOP and you gave up. What made you give up? You did. It was a very faint northern light, so you had to take a long exposure and it didn't turn out too well. Do you have an actual proper camera or just on your phone? You wanted to get into mobile development, but you had to stop to focus on your college. That's fair. That's smart. You shouldn't let your hobbies take over too much. But I mean, if you find the free time, I'd recommend getting back into it. It's a big subject, but you know, it's learnable by teenagers the world over. Just on your phone, that's probably why it turned out the way it did. I mean, some phones have really good long exposure settings, I thought. Just depends how the machine learning algorithm decides to brighten or darken the sky. Anyway, no idea why this isn't working, whatever. Let's get on with our lives. I wanted to rename stuff because it's weirding me out how classes are written not the way I like them, and there's underscores everywhere. Although it might take forever to actually rename all of this stuff. Because for whatever reason, a simple rename requires me to go down here and check a bunch of boxes. Like, I don't understand why this is necessary. At this point, I might as well just do the regular ass, like, rename. I don't know what the rename bind is. Maybe there's a setting for that. Like, instant rename or rename. Rename? Batch. Git rename. Tag rename. If any of you know any plugins, let me know. Maybe if I just search C++? I don't care about the syntax. Snippets, build task, helper. I don't just want to install a bunch of random stuff though, because God knows how they'll work with the other stuff we've got installed. Ah, nice. Control-Shift-P is your friend. You can search for pretty much any command in there. Control-Shift-P. Rename. What? I know rename symbol, but I'm wondering, is there a setting? Is there a name to make rename symbol instantly? Yeah, I know. I did try refactoring earlier, HackKid, but there doesn't seem to be a... There's no... You know, like in like a JetBrains program, you could refactor this instantly in like half a millisecond to whatever you want. OOP with Java was hard for you. Keep in mind that it was your first language ever. The language shouldn't have to matter too much with object orientation. You could probably learn it with just like pseudocode. What did you find hard about it? Was it just learning the syntax, like the actual words you need to type, or was it more the concepts? Oh, good night, Beaver. Have fun with your lecture. Anyway, it looks like renaming is just hell in this program, so I'm just going to quickly Google to see if there's a way to fix it. VS Code rename quick. Rename without having to press checkbox. This is not how you Google. VS Code rename pre-select all. Whatever. I'll just hurt myself with this then. That's fine. I'm pretty sure there was just like a find and replace, right? Files to include? Is it Control-Shift-Undo? What did you say? This? No. With how much boilerplate there is in Java, it's a tough choice for a first programming language, even if the OOP can make things clearer. You found the concepts hard, the syntax wasn't hard, you just have to memorize it. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, you just gotta keep at it, really. Like, it's a repetition thing. If you've written 100,000 classes, you tend to have a pretty good grasp of what a class is, but if you've written it once, you might not really know what you're doing, or... If you're trying to understand inheritance, you know, and you've done it once or twice, you're sort of still trying to wrangle your head about it. But if you've written a few programs, or done a few lessons in, you know, a couple dozen of them maybe, you've probably sunk in by then. It just takes a lot of time. It's a lot of head bashing until you get it. Although some people get it quite quick. Some things took me a while to learn. Yeah. It all comes through in the end though, you just gotta keep at it. It's a big concept. Big project. Big field. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you don't have to do as well. What was the command? HackKid. Control-Shift-P. Replace. Control-H. Find... Okay, let's just do this. Alright. Random number generator. Control-Alt-Enter. Alright, I feel like such a grandma. And what was that again? Control-H? Can I... Does Control-A... Okay. Random X position. And then what was that again? Control. You're watching real-time learning right now. I'm learning, like live on the stream. Most unis teach you with Java. Yeah, mine did Java. It's just like a old, well-documented language. Like a lot of people are trained in it. A lot of people know it. It uses a lot of that good old-fashioned C++ syntax that a lot of the languages copy. Like a lot of this you could read sort of as Java, you know? You get the concept at least. You're planning on having coding as a side hobby in the future and maybe as a part-time job as a freelancer or something. Yeah, you can totally do that. There's nothing you have to do that should make you stick to one thing or another. Oh, it's fun. It must be fun. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not that interesting, but I'm just thinking, like, I'm slowly, like, learning what I'm doing here. Is it satisfying somewhat seeing me, like, slowly learning the shortcuts and seeing this, like, speed up and up as I went from complaining to just doing it, and now it's going a lot faster? Here we go. Bad Scout. Shit, tier 3! Oh my god. Thanks, man. Shit. Thanks for the 22 months in the tier 3, Bad Scout. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Oh, you know what, Bad Scout? Thanks for helping me buy my new pair of trackies. There you go, chat. That's what you can pretend, alright? Obviously, it's not how money works, but you can pretend, chat, as I sit in my comfy new, like, 40 or 50% off Black Friday Reebok trousers. Very well priced. As I sit there all comfy, you can think, I did that. I made it more comfy. I subbed. He is the stitching near his left butt cheek. I paid for that. I've never bought clothes in Black Friday. And I wouldn't have, but I'm freezing, and my clothes are really thin. So I thought I'd buy some slightly nicer trackies. And the sales, oh my god. Yes, no worries, thank you. It was pretty free for you back then, because you were like 15, your programming courses were in Java, and they were about the same complexity as uni. Yeah, I mean beginner courses, right? All of them are exciting. Hell yeah. You've been so sick lately, you're excited. New Civ DLC. Are you feeling any better today? I swear at some point I'm going to inevitably just buy a bloody MacBook and complain about that all day. Because I will need one if I ever want to do more remote stuff as a Apple developer. Because you need Apple hardware for that, painfully. There's song slaps. Dude, we have some really weird variables here. Why are these just being passed around? This seems weird. This seems like way overkill. Why isn't this a class in of itself? I'm sure past Willen had a reason. 40 degrees yesterday. I think that kills the human, doesn't it? Pretty sure that kills the human. Hang on, shouldn't there be a search here, like a search and replace that does it in all files? Because this is probably not changing it in the header, is it? Right? No. Great. The shortcuts I learned were useless. Is there a way to make this work in files to include, files to exclude? Find and replace, please. Refresh, clear, open, search is true. Oh, actually. Search editor? No, that's not useful. Oh, this is when we Google it. The little arrow to the left. Oh. Oh. Thank you. I do use VS Code. Like, I don't want to pretend I don't use it. I use this at work to, like, for anything where I need to manipulate, like, a small, quick file, like JSON or text or, you know, sometimes Git. Yeah, no, I mean, there's Sea Lion, I think. I'm not paying for Sea Lion, though. And I don't think I have a cool enough project for them to give it to me for free. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just undo all this work quickly. No biggie. Search. Bloody hell. I've actually gotten... I know this might disgust some of you. Yes. I've actually gotten really good with a trackpad. I did try... That's going to be really annoying, isn't it? I did try using a mouse for a while with a laptop, but it's just... I like the Mac trackpad's really good. It's like, it's really comfy. And it has so many different like features that just like, they do just kind of work. Like when you're swiping through big files, you just go whoosh. When you're going between all these different workspaces, you feel like it's like some kind of Superman. Constantly switching between windows and desktops and whatnot. You just can't really do that with a mouse. They've felt really good for productivity. You almost died. Is that really loud? Most devs use Visual Studio for game dev. I believe so. I think I switched to Visual Studio last time because I was having complaints about these sort of basic things. but I'm just gonna stick to it for now. You don't, I mean, I literally do have it installed, I think. Okay, chat. Don't tell Donut. I'm just gonna try loading it. We're just gonna try it for like 5 minutes and we're gonna see how we feel.
Okay.
This is Visual Studio. The new one looks different. The font is weird. I don't like the font. Give me a second. I mean, I don't know if this will even build. I don't know how this is set up or with what, or if it'll even work. My webcam's covering the top of the screen. That's great. I need to change this font, like stat. It's giving me a migraine. Wait, where's settings? Tools? Options? Color theme, dark, perfect. Font. Fonts and color. You can't see this, can you? That's okay. What's the font in Android Studio? I want to use that. I like that font. Android Studio font. What is the IntelliJ font? JetBrains Mono. That's not going to be in this. MS Gothic? Liberation Mono might be alright. That looks a bit better. I like that. People like Liberation. Oh, there's anti-aliasing on the fonts. Oh, you're going to relate to this so much. You want to write some code for a game and instead you fiddle with the editor renaming and trying to fix weird font loading problems. Exactly, yeah. I want to do the fun stuff, but we have to be boring adults and do this all first. I think I can move myself to the right here, actually. I feel like I'm covering stuff. Let me move the chat as well so you can see it. Hello, Hakazo. You think Python is the best? Do you agree? I don't use it, so not for me. But some people it's really good, yeah. If you need to quickly hack out a little script or something like that, or if you're like a maths person, people really like Python and maths. At work, I didn't need to, but for my own sanity, I needed to write a script, and Python was the best for that, even though I hadn't used it since uni. I needed to, so like, we have localization files in our app at work, and they were just hard-coded and spread around and really messy, and it was impossible to update them. So I wrote like a Python script that iterated through all our translation files for both different apps and combined them in a special way and printed them out in a special way, and dude, bad apple. It was nice, and I exported it to Google Sheets, and there was a script in there that lets you export that. It's beautiful stuff. So Python can be good. All right, sorry. I'm in a banging mood right now. Build this, just see what it does. Oh, build all succeeded. Maybe I don't need to do anything. How do I get a terminal in this? How do I open a terminal? Terminal. PowerShell. Alright, cool. We are where? No, CD into woolen, CD into build, ls, no, it's CD into bin, I think. What did we built debug, I think. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, it builds and runs, but it has the same error, but it does work. So for now, for my human mind, I'm gonna try using this instead of Visual Code. I don't know if I like this font that much. I want to zoom in so you can like see it on the stream, because I think it's impossible for you to read it if it's like here, right? I don't know how I feel about this font, honestly. Any font recommendations, chat? This is Liberation Mono, which I thought people quite liked. Like a hipster font. Because it's free, I think. Kind of readable. Maybe there's a better one. Comic Mono, dude. Is that a thing? Comic Sans? Consolas? Oh, Consolas is the comic code. Consolas is the one from some... I hate this aliasing. Can I disable this and it would be perfect? Because I do not have anti-aliasing on in Windows, as you can tell. Maybe I can disable it. Visual Studio. Disable font anti-aliasing in editor. Font smoothing. There's an expansion called Text Sharp. Source Code Pro. Is that a font that's built in? I feel like I remember that. I know this is still not the code. I'm sorry, chat. This is what life is like sometimes. Text rendering method. Do you have a link to this playlist? Sure. There you go. Font rendering? I know you can't see what I'm working on right now, chat. You're gonna have to forgive me. Advanced. Clear type. There's no option for this. You have to have a launch option for it. Whatever. It seems like there's no easy way to disable font clear type. There's no one other than me cares. Great. Classic. Classic. Alright, whatever. How do I rename stuff in this? Give me a refactor. Oh, Control R? Random Y position. Oh, dude, is it going to do it in the header as well? Does it not by default? Unconfirmed references. What is unconfirmed about that? I don't know, whatever. Maybe this works. Random vertical speed. A Clang format file was found in your codebase. Cool. Great. Just the random error sound? Why not? Random radius. Okay, this is feeling good. Control R is a sensible, very sensible shortcut for something like this. Random time until next. What a Java-y variable name. What is this random time until next star variable? You might rename something in a random file. Yeah, I get that. You don't need to give me an error sound for that. That's fine. That's fine. This is quick. I like this. Default random engine. I guess this is part of the standard library. I'm okay with my stuff not being named the same as the standard library because I'm stupid and this is my own code base and I want it to be mine. It's all mine. M shader. I'm sure it will cause issues at some point, but for now. M menu shader. It's so much comfier for me just to have this. Wait, hang on. Is it M because it's my? What does the M mean? That seems like a strange syntax. You're not familiar with this. What are you using SFML? Hello, monkey. M as in member variable. Why does it need to be differentiated? Just to stop collisions with local variables. Like if I were to be in here and I wanted to make something called bounds, it wouldn't collide. Because I'm going to be honest, that just sounds like a skill issue from the developer standpoint. What are you using SFML? I'm using SFML to program a video game. To handle all my graphics and sounds and window management and whatnot. It's a C++ convention for class fields. Fair enough. I'm sorry C++ users for this renaming I'm doing. I'm so sorry. I'm not, like, really, because it makes it easier for me to read. But let's pretend I'm sorry, alright? It also means it's harder for someone else to come in and modify the code base, because they'll be really confused why there's no underlines and everything. I'm just hoping if I'm reading through this right now, I'm slowly getting like an idea of what we were doing. Okay, I know it doesn't really feel like streaming content. I mean, we can try and read through the code together, actually. We were doing that before. Do you remember where we were? Like, where we'd gotten to? Gamers. Because we gave up at some point. We were trying to build stuff and then we stopped. Code review. Yeah. It does build, and it did run at some point. I'm trying to think about why it doesn't run, because I don't know. The only acceptable compromise between camel case and snake case is boat case. Yo! Superb. Alright, let's do a quick code review, right? We have a background controller, bullet controller, enemy controller, game, main, and player. And then some other crap. The game, I'm pretty sure, was done with data-driven design. Train case. Hey, Captain. Pretty sure we did this with data-driven as opposed to object-oriented. Because it's better for bullet hell sorts of games where you're dealing with like thousands of bullets on the screen. Easier to iterate through a list and update shit on the screen than have a million instances and all the overhead that comes with that, I suppose. Less cache misses, all sorts. Although, I kind of wish... I would like to do more with like... Is it... It's not encapsulation, encapsule... Oh god. Module driven development? No. The thing where like you sort of make like a building block. It's not object oriented. You make a building block. Like something that handles rendering, and you can like attach that to an object. So you can have an object that has the rendering and the XY pos and a movement and a RNG generator, and you can define it like that nicely. Component design? I think you're right. I think this project could benefit from that. Hi, Tedler. ECS? ESP? No. Normal human. Anyway, back on that. I don't remember much about structure. I guess we had a game... Well, actually, let's go to the main. That's usually a good time to start, right? Can I sort this, or is it sorted by default? This looks like it's ordered by default. Great. Let's start in main, then. Great. So, game seems to be our main game loop holder. Again, as a reminder, it's been 2-3 years since we last looked at this, so forgive me for not knowing how the program works. We have our main game loop held in here, I suppose. We hold our game state. We can read different command line options. I think you could pass in like a resolution and stuff through the command line. We had some various settings. So if you wanted to have your game locked at 60 FPS or whatever, you could do that. Tick rate seems weird that the tick rate is something that you allowed to be passed in through the command line, but I guess it could be good for debugging. Because we did properly separate the rendering thread from the programming thread, which was nice. Did nice interpolation. So the game logic would run as fast as possible, but the graphics would only update, you know, once every 60 seconds or whatever. The game that you've been working on for a while, technically. It's the game I had been working on for a while, and then we didn't touch it, and now I don't remember how to write C++ or how the program works. But we're trying our best anyways, Captain. This was WouHou, and I would show you if it ran, but it doesn't. It gives an error. I mean, we can try... I don't know if I've made any breaking changes, but we could try building for release. Do I just add like a release build? X64 release. X64... That's X86 release. Am I stupid? Yes, delete that. X64 release. There we go. I don't know if this needs to be particularly different. Ooh. Rainbow's theme. Personal project issue. It's a classic. Alright, I don't know if that's how that works. I've never done that, but please do. Okay, I'm happy with that. Save. Release. It's doing something. What's build? Control Shift B. It built to bin/data. Where though? Release? That's not the right exe. That's dated for earlier. Neither of these is right. Actually, hang on. Where have you built this? Where is this building to? Bin/data. Out? I guess it just uses a different project structure to... Dude, build the... To Visual Studio. Or Visual VS Code, whatever. Where's this built to then? Unless it's x86, x64, is it in here? All build? I don't know what this is. This looks scary. This is some build data. Don't ever go in there. Scary. Woolen.exe? Okay. .recipe? Wait, hang on. United States? Season 2. Hey, Blank. That's right. This is scary. Why can I not control W out of that? Weird. Open that in Explorer, please. Take me to this in File Explorer. Where is this build going? Is it not actually building... It seems to be building now. Run program. Hey, Twiku. It does. Link.exe. We've just... Hey, Twiku. We've just switched from VS Code because I found the refactoring extremely frustrating because it didn't work. And now we're having the issues here. How is it doing? How are you going? How are you? What is wrong with you? Cannot open it for writing. Okay. Oh, shit, it's open. Woolen.exe is technically open, even if it's not doing anything. Great. I guess VS Code is still open, technically. Okay, try that again. There's nothing wrong with you. That's good to hear. Alright. Failed to load font. Classic. Alright. So it is building. And I guess this is running, technically. It just... it's having some minor issues. So this is debug. Does release work then? No. Why is release building from the debug folder? Well, hang on. I need to edit this. I don't exactly know how configuration works in this, but I'm gonna bet that it's something that's wrong. What have you been up to, Tuku? I haven't seen you for a while. CMake install prefix. Where's this going? This is release. Debug? Why is this building... Release with debug info. Build root. Outbuild $. You'd think this would build to a release folder, wouldn't you? You've been working and chilling. What do you do these days? Are you a super developer at Microsoft or something? This is weird. Maybe we should have just stuck with VS Code. Yeah, this is clearly running out of the debug folder, and in the release folder... Oh, it's blinding. You do software dev in a fintech company. Nice. How much experience do you have with, what is this bloody program called again? Visual Studio. Do you know why the release configuration is building to the wrong folder? I feel just a bit stupid. Not that I'm not stupid, but I feel a little extra stupid today. You have no experience. Fantastic. Can't believe this. You were meant to be my savior. Release. Yeah, I mean, I've just deleted it. Okay, I guess I'll just Google it. Visual Studio, choose output folder. Change build output. Output path. Where's that? This is not .NET. Build? Okay, this isn't .NET, but maybe it's got a similar thing. Output? General, debugging, output window, CMake. Jesus wept. You're gonna give you advice for MS... Oh, MSVC, yeah, no, this is CMake, because we were originally doing it in VS Code. Oh, should we just switch back to VS Code? Because at least I guess... I mean, it was broken. They were both broken. I feel like I should stick with this just because it's more feature-rich for what I need it for, at least. Let's leave it for now. Again, like, building, I think, just isn't the issue right now. I can do this some other time. We were reading through. I don't know why I got so sidetracked. Sorry. Let's go back to what we were doing. Because we need to do something. Can't just go in a circle all day. Alright, whatever. Create a main window. Run some function here. We load all the assets. Weird that it's done in those orders, but whatever. I guess maybe this gives you a black screen while it loads? Question mark? No. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Set up the window. We load our assets from the file. Set up RNG. Set up some player variables. Settings. Don't know why this stuff isn't in a separate function, but ignoring that. And then we set the game to main menu and let it run. I don't know where the while loop is, but I guess we'll get to that. So, load command line options, just pull stuff out of the... Here we go. So these are the launch options, actually. That's good to know. Width, height, BPP? Is that like something to do with pixel density or color or something? I don't know. I don't know what BPP is. Title, bean image file. I don't think this is being used anymore. Basic stuff. Alright, cool. Max FPS. Whatever. Tick rate. Cool. Bits per pixel. Okay, that's sort of right then. So if we wanted to run in 8-bit per pixel, for example. Cool. I don't know if we ever tried running it with one of those. I wonder how that would look. Maybe it would look cool. Create the main window. SF, I think, is SFML. So we set up our window. Maybe put it into full screen, set some title, mess around with VSync. Don't allow repeat key. I guess that's maybe like if you hold down the key and it goes... It just stays stuck, I suppose. We scale the width and height based off 640 by 480 because I think the game is meant to be built around 640 by 480. That's nice. Okay, load assets. Oh my god, this is a massive function. This is all just in game. So yeah, I guess at this point I don't know if it's easier to continue the project as is in this state with this 2,300 line long file that has image loading in it, or if it's easier to like restart the project to the side and like build it up more sensibly, because the second one would at least help me relearn C++ a bit, I think, because this is just a wall. This is not... I think we did a lot of it in VS Code, so it wasn't easy to refactor it into a new function, or at least we didn't have that set up at the time. Which is something I would make up use. Can you break it up some? Yeah, but I feel like if we were to go through breaking it up, we'd have to... I don't know. I feel like it might just be easier just to rebuild it. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe that's something I do. I don't know. I don't even know if I should do any of this off stream. It seems like it's cool to stream this sort of thing because you can see how much pain and effort it goes into just this sort of basic stuff. You never think about this. But It's tough getting this stuff to work sometimes, I suppose. Especially with amateurs. Rebuild the same project for the rest of your life every year. Dude, exactly. With slightly different concepts each time, because those are the best at the time. Anyway, load assets, I'm pretty sure, just grabs a file. Yeah. Which is part of SFML. Load font is currently not working. Great. But the textures, I'm pretty sure, are just... yeah. So, mbean texture. Why is this being copy and pasted so much? Bean 3D. Okay. Sure, whatever. It loads some shit from file. Like the backplate texture. WaifuChan set. I don't know why it's deciding the name. Is load from file a function we made? No, it definitely is part of SFML, right? Yeah. I guess we define some file name for this. Load from... oh, actually, hang on. It's probably this. WaifuChan set file. Okay, here we go. So in the header for game, this is the header file. Just as a really quick reminder, chat, in C++ you have two files, usually. You'll have a header file and the .cpp file. If I remember correctly, the header is like the declarations. So you're saying we have a variable called window size. And then in the C++ file, you will have the definitions. So window size is read from command line, or 10, or multiply by 5, or whatever. I think that's how you do it. It just copies the C++ when you use include. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're reading from the header here. We can see in the header that the game... here you go. These are all the little window functions. So it has a default width, height, bits per pixel. The old pop filter. Font size, blah, 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 whatever. We have the names of the... I don't know, I guess for whatever reason we're loading in the main character sprite here, even though the main menu is the first thing that gets seen. I think the backplate is... we have a look in data over here on the left. Backplate is this. The, like, game window. It seems weird that we're loading this in at launch time, but whatever. We are. Is there a way I can move around this? Oh, fuck. This thing is an editor. Dude. Incredible. Why can I not control W out of this stuff? Is it not control W in Windows to close a window? Like close a tab. Maybe I need to make a binding for that. It seems weird that I can't just close a tab, but whatever. I'll live with myself. God, there's a lot. Like, game.header has so much in it. Like, it's fine. It literally works. It's just tough now. I'm trying to read through it again. Enemy spawn timer final. There's no order to any of this. Whatever. Enemy spawn timer. So I think this is the structure that just defines, as it says, the enemy spawner. So as the game's being played, it will create enemies that will sort of walk around the screen on some path of some kind and shoot at the player. And we had a little file format for that. Level 1? Or something, .text. Enemy paths 1. Oh, here we go. So I think this defines some coordinates the enemy moves to, and how quickly, maybe? I don't quite remember. We'll check as we go through the code, I guess. But yeah, this was handwritten, strangely. I never made an actual editor for it. We were just doing it from scratch, which seems really weird. But whatever. Mid-Moss 1. Yeah, these were cool. As like a reminder. The bosses had like little image sets, so like when they were talking, they had some like dialogue that relates to what image to show while they're talking. It's like a little scuffed, but it worked. And it was I think it was my first try at trying to write like a file format. And considering that, it could be much worse. You know, you have like all these bullets, you'd load in like a name. What sprite it uses, I think, maybe? And then like what it does. Which I think's kind of cool looking at it. Like I think this probably like moves somewhere, somehow, in some way. I don't know how. And then tech cards were like they'd like cast it and it would do like a pattern. And you could loop it. So you'd have it wobble, I guess. That's cool. Really complicated, but cool. I definitely think there's better ways to do that. Yeah, maybe it would just be better to start from scratch. I don't know. Just to try and do things a bit more sensibly. Have this as like a proto. I don't know. What do you think? Not now, because it's a little late, but in the future, what do you reckon? Because just a lot of this is... I think it would just take a very long... Like, I just thought I would quickly pop in here and rename a couple things, but we have done everything very strangely. I think it's going to take a very long time to rename literally everything. Every time you do it, you want to find more ways to do it better. That's true, but I just to try and like put this in my head, it's tough to try and grasp this entire project right now. It's just not separated properly. Whatever, we'll continue. Maybe reading the header file isn't a good idea. Maybe this is needlessly confusing. I kind of wish it was running. Is there really no way to get this running? This song's going crazy, dude. Failed to load font. Failed to create the font face. And there's really no way to debug that. I'm gonna have to skip this. The instruments are horrid. Check as a debugger. Can you really not catch that in any way? Failed to load font. Hang on. I really want to get this working, actually. Is it just Control F? Does it need to know where the assets are loaded from? The thing is, Twiku, yeah, but we got this working last stream in VS Code. It seemed to be an issue with SFML, the DLLs we were using, where it would work in like release but not in debug or something. So the issue wasn't necessarily that the file couldn't be found, it was some other more obscure issue. Although the issue now could be that because we're using a different IDE, maybe Visual Studio can't find it. I don't know. I'm going to try and fix it now though, because it's annoying me that it worked last time and it isn't working now. What was the error again? Fail. Look, dude, you're writing. You don't need to give an error message for that. Failed to load font. Is it this? Can I just allow it? Can you not just comment out? Brother. Really? What's the... There's got to be an easy way to comment out. Come on. Maybe, what was it? Control-Shift-P? No, it's a different program. Don't tell me you can't. You have to comment out each line, line by line. Let me Google this. Visual... Control... Oh, Control-K, Control-C. Oh, God. Why? Why? For something you do so often, why is it so... Okay, whatever. Thank you. That's good to know. I want to see what happens if it goes further than that. Oh. Okay, it fails at a different thing. It made a sound. Did you hear that? Yeah, it's just SFML. It doesn't work. Access violation reading location. Bean image file. Makes a cool sound. Hey, Jordan. Control-K, Control-C. Failed to load. Okay. Dude. Why can you not comment this out? Do I need to pay for... No, I'm not paying for JetBrains. Do you hear that? It goes like... "Meh," and then throws. Oh, it just crashes in there. Oh, wait. Why is this allowed to crash? Maybe some things are not meant to be loaded. Dude, I'm beginning to think that. Where's my side window gone? Hang on. Can I see the side? What's this going to be called? Solution Explorer? No. On the side. Oh, yeah, of course it's on the left. Why not on the right? Alright. I don't know why it's making such a horrible bloody sound. Alright. Try running again. What? Dude, stop. Run. Alright. This reminds you of some theme sounds from Windows 7. It's the like 98 sound pack, but it's really aggressive. It's weird that this doesn't crash. The load from file doesn't crash here, but the load from file does crash when it's trying to load a texture. Is it possible that SFML only throws if it's a texture that fails to load and not a font? Like they forgot, or it's crashing somewhere else? I don't know. I don't know. It's clearly this that's trying to run. Put a breakpoint and load from file. It doesn't... We tried that, didn't we? Found it. Start debugging is F5. Alright. Where the fuck is any of the commands in this bloody ID? Do you ever feel so lost in like a new program? I've used this a lot. Like I wrote my dissertation in Visual Studio and we did WouHou in it, you know? It just feels so like corporate. I don't know, something's weird about it. Step into. I don't think there's much point in stepping into, but why not? I don't think I'm going to be able to find much in here, brother. It just fails. Maybe it tells us why. Step over. Font file. Is it a library function? Yeah. Because your man should be looking over your shoulder. Yeah. Should I re-download SFML? What version did I use for this before? WouHou. I'm pulling up my Git on the side. This is procedural goal. Give me WouHou. SFML dev 251. SFML 251. It must just be the wrong version. I can't imagine any other reason. It says Visual C++ 7 to 2015. How do I... Which version of C++ is this? I presume this would be the newest version, because this was a fresh install and I don't think I picked anything in particular. How do I know which... there's got to be some like compiler options somewhere, right? C++? C++. There must be some easy way to know what version of C++ this is using. Studio, what version of C++? CMake, you reckon? Down here. This says standard 17. I don't know if that's relevant. FMT 6.1.2 required. You have to tell CMake what version to use, otherwise it picks it for you. I'm pretty sure CMake is set up properly. Is this it? Yeah. So, let me just re-download SFML. Visual C++ Wait, 17? Is that 2017? Because on this SFML website it says C++ 15 is 2017. Why is this all such a... Is this why everyone uses fucking Unity engine, isn't it? It just works, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure I installed this to my computer, didn't I? Dude, just drag all the fucking files in, alright? Copy. Paste. 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 Open in File Explorer. Paste. I don't know why I couldn't do that through... Maybe it's because the program was running? Yeah, that makes sense. Try again. Alright. I've replaced them. Run it in debug explicitly. And run it. It's showing a window and not doing anything. Oh, it's on a breakpoint, isn't it? Maybe. No, it's the same bug. Oh god. This is horrible. How horribly frustrating. Standard runtime error. It's the same error, like regardless of what it says in here, the actual console prints out that it's the same error. Process exited, failed to load font. Bloody hell. This should... Well, hang on, let's have a look back at CMake. So we are using CMake. Well, font is missing. It's not an issue with the font. It's the library itself. It's SFML. It can't find anything. And last stream it did work when we ran it in release. Although I don't think I've set up the release properly here. In my config, I can't quite work out why it's trying to write to the debug folder. What directory is it looking for? The one that the executable is in, I believe. Well, let's look through the CMake file again. Maybe this helps. This was written by Donut originally, by the way, so I'm reading it through with you as not the original writer, because he helped me out with this. And this did work at some point, like last stream. This all worked fine, without any actual code changes. Which is why it's weird it doesn't work now. So we need to make sure you have FMT, which we do. SFML. It requires Audio Graphics Network System window. Audio Graphics Network System window. I think this is on my... Is it on my system? I don't know quite what this means. I would presume that would mean in this folder, but maybe I'm wrong about that. It looks for our C++ files. Make sure we're using C++ 17. I have no idea what this means. Perhaps this is relevant. It's compiler settings and I can't read them. But it has reference to a debug config, which is perhaps not being set. We could go back to fucking Visual Studio Code. Because it was working in that. But like, the IDE is so much worse. I don't know, I'm so split. Custom targets. Copy data, duh. Oh god. No, there's nothing in here that I find particularly useful. Let's just go back to... Yeah, save it, whatever. Let's go back to VS Code. Whatever. Can't stand CMake. It's what the project's built with, unfortunately. Let's go back to VS Code. Alright. Let's see what we can do in here. The font's at least maybe nicer. I can't tell. What were we doing in here? Where are we sitting? What was it? Build/bin? Alright. Okay. Stop for a second. Okay, we're in here. We can build it. My face isn't covering anything still, I think. Output. Alright, so we can build CMake release. No, I don't care about debugger, sorry. F7. Alright. So this is building fine. This built to the release folder. If I now also build it to debug, I don't quite understand why for debug it doesn't rebuild everything, but maybe that's some fancy nonsense. This must be Visual Studio. This out folder, because I don't think this actually builds to out. This builds to build bin, debug and release for whatever reason. I can't tell you why, but it does. Let's try copying these in here as well. Debug and release. Replace all the files. Delete woolen.exe. Replace all the files. I'd open AL32? Maybe that's missing. What's open AL32? It's a audio thing. Where's that from? Am I missing that? Maybe that's something I'm missing. That sounds important, doesn't it? .pdb? Debug. Maybe. Like debug dump or something. OpenAL. What is this? Why isn't this in the other folder? That seems important, doesn't it? Configure CMake. Build. Build bin. This seems odd. I don't know if this will work from this folder. What folder do I need to be in for this? Bloody hell. I think we need to run it from here. So in here we can run a build for release. Could not load cache. Great. What about debug? Could not load cache. Whatever. Do I need to do CMake build? Could not load cache. This is awful way to develop programs. Oh my god. OpenAL Core SDK. I'm not running a random executable from the internet. Where is this? What is this file? Hang on. Was this written by Visual Studio? Was this always there? Oh, hang on, we've got Git set up, haven't we? Oh, Git works in here now. Cool. That wasn't working earlier. Where is this? It's in the debug folder. No, apparently it was always there. Debug. That's really weird. What is OpenAL 32? You should be ignoring binaries. Yeah, unfortunately the project isn't set up properly. It just isn't. Can I download that DLL? Oh, I guess I don't need to download it, I've got it here. I can try popping that in release. Oh, he's got it in release. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Ignore me. Yeah, I don't know why the project doesn't copy and paste the files over. Apparently it would be too much of a pain to set it up or something. This just doesn't seem like the best way to do anything. Build for release. Build for debug. Okay, we should have two woolen.exes here, okay? So if we go to, was it bin? Oh, hang on, where is it? cd build /bin. So we go into we should just be able to... Yeah, actually, cd debug. Can I do // Windows debug / woolen? Is it not woolen.exe? Whatever. Run woolen.exe. Crash. Okay. It's SML failed to load. Maybe we're mixing libraries. Debug and release. What is the difference in SFML between debug and release libraries? Do they provide different... doc. Bin. That must be the case. It must be -D. I'm being stupid. I can't imagine -D is not the debug version, right? It seems weird that there's 2 of each. Let's try and do this instead. I don't know if this is necessarily smarter, but we should try and pretend we're smarter. So we'll copy all the -debug and put those in the debug folder, even though this should do it automatically, but whatever. I can't do that in this program, obviously. I need to do it in Windows File Explorer, because that's sensible. And then we'll get the non-debug. Oh, OpenAL is... Yeah, OpenAL is part of SFML, or it's released with SFML. Okay. Does this work, perhaps? Maybe I was just being really stupid. This would be sensible way to fix. This... What's wrong? Debug? Build. Terminal. Run it. What's wrong? Why are you afraid? There's nothing to be afraid. Just run. SFML audio DLL was not found. Okay, so -D is not used for anything. Apparently. Apparently that's just a funny meme that they added to waste your time. And this editor doesn't tell you about that unless you run it through Windows, which is cool. I like that. Okay, great. This is bad for my heart, dude. What an awful, awful way to develop. Depends. Do not go in the output folder. It should be linking them. Yeah, it should be. Correct. It should. It should do that. That's right. It doesn't though, unfortunately. Besides, I don't think that's necessarily the issue right now. As when I removed the DLLs, it was throwing errors, but now I've added them back in, it does work. So it is finding them, I think. It must just be like a version incompatibility or some C++ nonsense, right? Joe tried the 32-bit libraries just to see if they work. Just like as a bit of fun little experiment, you know, just to see, you know, like why not, right? It's not like it's gonna matter really, but we can try. Let's try the 32-bit libraries. It probably is not working with that, huh? That would be my assumption. Unable to start. Yeah, okay. You shouldn't inject random binaries. I was just curious. You can't control Z though. They wouldn't remember like the thing you were doing 3 seconds ago. That would be too much. It seems I do have the right version of the libraries though. I have the 32-bit versions of SFML. I have the DLLs as instructed. Right there. I guess I'll just check the documentation. SFML. Where the fuck is the documentation? Learn? API reference. Fucking god. We're not building... No, we're building for 64-bit. Oh, hang on. This is x64. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's a completely separate thing. As for why this is OpenAL32, I don't know. This should be building for 64 though. x86 AMD 64. That should be right. Right? AMD 64, right? Or AMD 64 x86. Why are these the same? What's the difference between these two? You could send you the file, you could try and look as well. You're on Linux, it could be a Windows thing, you won't be much help. I don't know. I'm... It's nearly the end of the stream anyway. I'm a bit frustrated because we haven't actually done anything today. It's just magically stopped working. And all we did was set up Git. Has Git changed something? Has it gone through and it changed all the line ending characters and it's broken it somehow? I don't... Like, this worked. We haven't changed any code. Possibly. I hate this, honestly. This is horrible. MS Build. Is it because I dared touch this program with Visual Studio? No, it was broken before that. Perceived glamour of programming. There is nothing glamorous about this. This is watching someone smash their face against a brick wall repeatedly for seemingly no purpose. Okay, yeah, you do need this version, I guess. Yeah, okay, so this is the worst torture I would never wish on anyone. It's why you use a JetBrains IDE. It's why you know, probably why you don't dig up old programs. After you push the boulder up the hill, you get to watch it roll back. Yeah, I can't wait to see it actually get... Look at this. We have, like, all these sprites and stuff that are going to get loaded, and, you know, these will fly around the screen. It's great. It's just torture. I think there's no other way to say it. Okay, and the worst part is it's a project that's been, like, I've had, like, helped by Donut, so there's no, like, documentation for it, you know? Like, I'm at his whim, unfortunately, and I can't ask him to help with everything because he has his own life. No, there's a KiwiCopter, dude. He's in here. Where's KiwiCopter then? Here you go, brother. Oh, that's not worked. There you go, brother. To build and debug the game, you need a build directory that works with CMake. After working with CMake, the game can be compiled and built and debug or release from the build directory as described below. Hey, Fivehook. The resulting binaries and data files needed to run the game will be output to a directory inside the build directory. If you're using VS Code, you need to install the CMake Tools extension so you can build and run the game with a button. I think we have that. Sure, let's try the button. Where's the button? Is it this? Just run it. Windows? Okay, this is... This is not it. It makes me feel really stupid. It is bullying. Maybe the bottom left? Oh, maybe. CMake release ready. Yeah, that's how you pick if you want to run release or debug. How the hell does anyone new get into programming? Bottom middle? Oh, fuck me. Why? 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 Okay, what does that play button do? So, my assumption is that this project has been set up to work in a way that works with CMake tools extension in VS Code. And something about this tool and CMake sets some flags for the compiler? But that's the play button, not running CMake build in the console, not using the plus up, not where is he? Wherever it's gone. Not, you know, you don't use this. No, not that. You don't, nothing over here. Where's my finger? You know, none of these. It's this button. That's the one that works. This is how you play my game. Oh, I hope you don't want to run it from Windows as an exe. What happens if we just hit the build hotkey? It builds. It's the running part. Launch the selected target in the terminal window. What does that do? What does it do? What exe is running? This one. Release woolen.exe. And it is running. Sounds. Look. Boss. Loading stuff out of a text file. I've just done a day of work on a weekend, chat. Well, anyway, it's 11 o'clock and I have work tomorrow morning at 6:30. So I need to wake up early so I can commute for an hour and a half. And work in an office with headphones on. Did you like the stream today? Oh, hang on. Perfect. No, opening the executable doesn't work unless it works now. No. No, you have to run it from VS Code. For some reason. Why? I don't know. And I don't know if I want to know. It's probably because it doesn't pack it doesn't load the DLL files properly. Is it targeting the wrong subsystem? I don't know what that would mean. It's targeting something incorrectly. Yeah, no, it just doesn't work. Send Donut a pipe bomb. Donut doesn't need to be in any more pain. Anyway, it works. So today, is it built as a console app when it needs to be a desktop app or something? No, I don't think the issue is anything like that. Anyway, so today we managed to get the program to run, which is actually what we managed to do last stream. We renamed some variables, but not all of them. Like some of them. And we chatted about the Northern Lights, I think. Why? Well, whatever. I'm gonna head off for now, chat. I hope you liked the stream. I think we're playing Kirby tomorrow. Thanks for watching me suffer and complain. Tune in next time for Kirby on the Switch, where hopefully that I don't do that. We'll stream more of this next week. Maybe I'll do some off-stream work. I don't know. This is horrible. This project. The output is cool. Like the game, but like this. What is this? Why is it written like this? I don't know. Anyway, good night everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.